Resenting your parents and family. Do you resent your parents? I think for a long time I resented my parents, and I suppose that must mean that I had expectations, which is a word for fantasies, that were not met. Sometimes you'll say my expectations were reasonable, but what do you mean by reasonable? I think a mark of adulthood, and this is me talking, is being able to forgive and let go of the requirements you had of your parents. I think becoming a parent myself has changed the way I view my parents, but primarily it is living a more spiritual life, which has enabled me to look differently at the way I viewed my parents and their responsibilities towards me. Because I don't think anyone escapes childhood without damage, without difficulty, without sadness. But holding on to resentment against your parents in adulthood is a way of, in a sense, impeding your own evolution into full adulthood, your own realization of your fulfilled self. I now sometimes think, God, if I just met a bloke from Dagenham and a woman from Ilford who are like 30, I wouldn't go to them, right, you two, I want you to be responsible for my mental and spiritual well-being. I'd think, God, they're just a couple of normal people. I think if you do resent your parents because you feel that you didn't get what you should have got from childhood, you feel uninitiated, you feel neglected, not loved, even abused, your job is to find your way to forgiveness, because holding on to resentment is a damaging way to live. I think will lead to you being unable to have fulfilling relationships with people. I feel like I've forgiven most of the people in my life for things that they've done or things that I've imagined that they've done. I feel like I've forgiven myself for the mistakes that I've made. I feel like I've got to a point where I no longer need to blame other people because I'm happy with who I am. So when you have a resentment, I suppose what you're saying is I'm not happy with the person I am, and I need, therefore, to allocate blame to people for the person that I am. It's sad if you don't love the person that you are. I don't think that you can fully function in this world until you have a degree of acceptance and love. I don't mean, obviously, like from an egotistical Fonzarelli, hey, type perspective. I mean, to accept that you are, in my language, as God made you, you are as you are meant to be. You are unique with unique capacities. I know these things may seem somewhat phatic and shallow, but they are, like many trite, what do I want to say, epithets or platitudes even, necessary in order to proceed. Resenting your parents and family is just a way of not accepting and loving yourself, and until we accept responsibility for who we are, we have no power to change ourselves. So it's simply something that has to be relinquished on your journey to self-fulfillment and self-realization. Hello, I'm doing these new videos more frequently now. Please hit the notification button at the end of this video, because then you'll get a little bell when I post a new video, and I'd like you to get a little bell when I post a video. Then I can, I don't know, be buzzing away in your pocket. Sounds like I'd be like a little pocket mosquito. Anyway, subscribe, click the bell, because I want more people to watch the YouTube videos. You specifically.